You live from the Turning Stone Casino and Resort in Verona, New York. I'm Upstate Alavese, BTV, and we have another match coming up right here on the main table. It's going to be Mr. Earl Herring versus Jorge Rodriguez. Shoots at a Gotham City Billiard Club in the city. And Earl Herring shooting at a Newburgh Gallery Billiards in Newburgh, New York. And before we get started, there's a lot of sponsors we have to thank. We would like to thank light-systems.com. That's right. It's the newest lighting. It's all LED. It's a lot cheaper to run as far as financial-wise if you own a pool room or in your regular man cave or above a kitchen counter or your desk. It's true lighting, no shadowing, 10 times lighter to hang, 10 times cheaper to run, and 10 times the illumination. Make sure to check it out. It's light-systems.com. The engineer behind it, Mr. Fong, is here on premises. You could either come to the Turning Stone or simply go to the website, light-systems.com. We also would like to thank Kamui, John Bertone, always on board, promoting pool and billiards in a strong way. We want to thank John of Kamui. Let's hear a little commercial by Kamui. That's right, just like it says, quest for excellence starts here. That's with Kamui. Kamui tips, you name it, they have it. They also have players' cards. They help the juniors out. Make sure to support Kamui. We also would like to thank Checkio. And you can purchase your drink at us.checkio.com. It's the sports drink that has no caffeine and no sugar. And it improves your self-confidence and endurance. They use it on the pro level, not only in pool and billiards, but in golf and many other sports. It's us.checkio.com. We also want to remind you that Mark Dion is on board. He wants to get the word out. He's got a $10,000 added tournament coming up this weekend, but to qualify, you had to play in several tour stops. This is the finale coming up this weekend. He's got over $27,000 in prizes, added money for the new season. It's MD Promotions on Facebook or Mark Dion. Get in touch with him if you're up in the New England area or if you like traveling on the road. MD Promotions, New England 9 Balls Series. Here's the app right here. Get it on your phone. You will be amazed at how many things this app can do as far as a location device. It'll tell you your nearest pool room, what kind of equipment they have, the usual suspects that hang out there. As far as the House Pro, if it's been sent into the Chalky Sticks, the creator of this app. It's got a table design so that you can, a diagram of a table so you can discuss shots. The pros are all using it. It's Chalky Sticks. Not only that, it has a 24-hour billiard channel where you could watch pool and billiards 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You can download yours for free. It works on iOS devices and Android simply by going to chalkysticks.com. Baltimore City Q's, they're the main sponsor of Karen Core. And they are here. They have a booth up at the front. Their motto is, they will bring anything from tips to tables to your location for your spectators and or your participants in your tournament. It's BaltimoreCityCues.com. American Cue Pickers, Greg Antonakis. Get your Southwest from the best. You can contact Greg at ga9ball@gmail.com. The Kings of Vapor and also the Kings of Billiards in Akron, Ohio. PoolOnTheNet.com. Web designers. We want to mention Mr. Phil Capel of Billiards Press. I'm going to speed through this because we have the announcements going on and I have ample time. Remember, the U.S. Open is right around the corner. It's October 22nd through the 28th. It's over $200,000 in prizes. We just had Mr. Fleming in the booth, Pat Fleming, to answer questions, not only about this, but the Make It Happen event that's going to take place in the Aramis Simonis Arena at Sandcastles. And we also want to mention Mr. Mike Burton. He's here. He's got a beautiful array of cues, anything from the early Josh cues all the way up to the present. If you're looking for a certain cue in a Josh cue, you get in touch with Mike right at that phone number or simply email him at mike@mbcues.com.
Massachusetts, gentleman here is having a great tournament. Plays out of Sticks and Stones in Abington, Massachusetts.
Also, right around the corner, September 9th through the 10th at Sandcastles in Edison, New Jersey, Mr. Ed Liddell, the Sandman, is holding the 2017 New Jersey State 9-Ball Championships. I suggest you get in touch with Eddie right away at Sandcastles for this one because Jorge Rodriguez was last year's champion. And who's going to be the champion in 2017, yet to be seen. Also a one-pocket tournament coming up September 24th in the same location at Sandcastles. 16-man field, so it's going to get full. $120 entry. Get in touch with Ed. We're going to get to Mike Zuglin real quick because it looks like he's coming down the arena. As you can see him in the upper left-hand corner, we want to welcome aboard Alex Borakovich. He's going to sit in. And also Sean, a.k.a. Pancakes out of Newburgh.
How are you doing, Al?
Welcome aboard, gentlemen.
How's it going? How is the tournament so far for you?
Oh, what a match. Billy Thorpe, the prior match to this between Billy Thorpe and Rodney Morris is a match that really has to be seen. And you know what? Forgive me, J.B. Cases is also on board with AZB TV, and he stands behind his cases. He'll rip them apart, fix them for you, warranties them. John Barton and his wife are doing a great job.
I have one of them as well. Excellent case.
You're on there?
Yep.
Beautiful.
I'm on.
Third in the world in straight pool, Mr. Earl Herring.
Jorge Rodriguez. Good luck, gentlemen.
There's your introduction, and the players can either wait for Mike to finish the other 8 tables on the opposite side of the arena, or elect to go for the lag and start.
First up, he's 6-time Mez Tour Player of the Year.
Mr. Jorge Rodriguez will be on the right side of your monitor, and as they shake hands, and Earl Herring on your left.
His opponent, he's from Akron, Georgia. He's the 1990s.
Looks like it's going to be Jorge Rodriguez to open up the first break of his set as he pins the one ball close to the rail and didn't want to show off.
World champion, sponsored by Scorpion Hughes Championship Billiard Fabric and Universe Clothing, Johnny Archer. There he is. All right, move over here to table number 11 from Long Island City. He's multiple winner on our tour. Just won one not too long ago at Sluggers. He has second place finish here as well, not too long ago. He's sponsored by Steinway Billiards in New York City and Molinary Hughes Zion's V. And his opponent, he's from Toronto.
USA, thanks for the free stream. USA means Upstate Al.
He was the Canadian 9-ball champion.
That's what it stands for.
2014, the Canadian 10-ball champion. He had a second place finish here in 2016. He's sponsored by QSportNation.com, Eric Horlifson. All right. Move over here to table number 12. He's from Johnson City, New York. He's one of our regular players on the tour.
Open and break, Jorge Rodriguez. Call it, guys, like you see it.
He's playing won many of
Made a
our
ball.
tournaments. He's
Has a good
also
shot on the
Silver
one.
Billiards Expo Pro-Am champ, Bucky Suvinzan. Okay. And his opponent, he's a many-time champion in Canada. He's the owner of Dooley's Billiards in Valleyfield, Quebec. He's been on TV a million times. He's the three-time world speed pool champ from Valleyfield, Quebec. Luke Salas, Machine Gun Luke. All right.
And you try to pull it to the other side,
Yep.
closer.
From Rochester, having a great tournament.
But
Now he's got to try to get back to the 3.
And I just want to bring this to light.
to the 4.
Fast Lenny Marshall brought it to light
To the
first.
4.
But I just want to read this post that Rodney Morris posted on his Facebook page. He says, I'm here at the Turning Stone Casino event. I'm in the money now, and I've decided I'm going to give all my prize money to help people down in Houston.
That's amazing.
Worst-
That's great.
That's
Worst
amazing.
case, I'll give the $550 I got coming. Best case, I'll give the $8,000 after I win. That money won't do me nearly as much good as it will people down there anyway. Let's all get together and do what we can to help them all affected from this disaster to rebuild. Bravo, Mr. Rodney Morris.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Rodney was always a class act and will remain so.
Give one away tonight, right before the 8 o'clock round. We have a $1,500 cue and a $1,200 cue. The other one's going to get given away tomorrow evening, right before the 7 o'clock finals. Anyone can participate in the raffle. You don't have to be present to win. Like to see the cues and purchase tickets, you can do so right up here in the front.
It's a big miss right there by George.
After that big shot.
Yeah.
Great books at a 20% discount.
You don't want to leave Earl an open table.
Well, 4 to 5 is all about speed.
Yep. And this table's been rolling.
I haven't seen Paul from Diamond Billiards yesterday. Has he been around?
I haven't seen him. But I know he's on hand here in case there's something with the tables that needs to be adjusted.
Earl played the shot beautifully. Beautifully. Just come off the rail, right in that spot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good shot.
And he has options. He can go on top of the 8 or he can go below the 8 and play them either way.
Looks like he's going to draw below the 8.
Draw and come out the 2 rails and go back. Oh,
Dave,
he
Yeah.
did one.
how many pool players?
More
can I give?
finesse, more finesse.
I remember Mike Massey. I was at a tournament just after 9/11, about a month or so, and Mike Massey was there, and he gave all his prize money away in a big tournament. He couldn't give the Calcutta money away because somebody had bought him, but he did give his half away also with the prize money.
Ooh, man. That was close. Good rack, though, by Earl. Jumps on top early.
Yeah, well, this is a long match, race to 9, so anything and everything can happen.
Absolutely.
And we've seen that.
Well, the last match on the stream was 5-0, Billy, before Rodney started coming back. So
And he came out on top.
yes, he did.
Well, listen, experience speaks for a lot. And Rodney's been in tournaments like this and has been behind and come out on top many times. So,
The mental
Good.
game is just as big as
Yeah.
having the talent.
absolutely. And Rodney is one of the top players, still one of the top players in the country.
Ooh, almost made the 9 on the break.
Yeah,
I don't think George is going to like that.
he make a ball,
Nope, didn't make a
no
ball.
ball. You have to forgive me. I have to go back to, for a refresher course, I count to 1 through 9.
It's okay.
a safety coming up.
Yep, absolutely.
I think it's gonna put it behind the 8 and what's that, 7 or 5?
Yep, that's the 7 down there. Yep.
Yeah, maybe he can squeeze it towards the rail behind the 7 and 8.
Well, George got up and shot that real quick at the table.
Yeah, but he didn't have a shot.
Just gotta get the speed right on this. Up behind the 7. It's a good shot.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-rail kick,
Yep, that's what it looks like.
but he's shooting 1 rail. No,
Oh, 2 rails.
see, it's hard at this angle. It's hard to tell what the angle is.
Yep,
But he played it nice.
played it perfect.
If he can see the 1, it becomes a very difficult safety
Yep.
recovery.
Yeah, I think he's right behind that 7. He's gonna either have to masse or kick at it.
Have to go 3 rails.
Yep.
If he can miss the 8 ball,
Yep.
he has to go between first and second diamond. Yeah,
Ooh.
he hit too high. Half a diamond lower, and he would have hit it nice.
Yep. Now George has ball in hand here with pretty open table.
Yeah. He just has to take his time. The table is playing good, but it's a little tricky.
Yes.
A little tricky. Some pockets may be a little stingy.
Mm-hmm.
So just take his time. 1, 2, 3 are right next to each other, so he can manage that. 4 is right there.
Looks like he's looking at the 3 to make sure it goes.
Yeah. I think coming from 5 to 6 is going to be the key shot.
Yes.
He just has to play a little more tight so the ball doesn't wobble. The cue ball doesn't wobble in the pocket. I mean, I'm sorry, the object ball.
I went for the
You
other
have to
side.
forgive me, I'm like in some kind of a trance. George comes from Gotham Billiards. He's a pro at the Gotham Billiards.
He's a good player.
And he practices on diamond tables. So he should be in the familiar territory. He needs a good position on a 5 ball. I think should be in the middle of the table, a little bit left of the center.
He's not gonna like that.
No, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Now, to get great on the 6, he has to go 4 rails.
Right. He's got to
Okay.
spin around the 7.
Right, so he has to, and with the bridge, you really have to be careful to generate that stroke. So we'll see what he can do. He has to really pull it towards the left pocket.
Yep.
It's all spin.
Mm-hmm.
It's all spin. A little lower.
Oh, he hit. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you see,
Snookered himself.
he didn't even give himself a chance, you know?
No.
He shot so fast. He's a little
Now he's
nervous.
coming up the.
It's like
He's going the long ways for the kick.
yes, he can kick it and stuff. He played safety. He definitely played the safety shot.
I was gonna
It's
safe right back here.
Yeah. No, he's gonna play nice and soft to hide. Yeah, right there.
Good shot.
Perfect.
Good shot.
Earl has a nice soft touch. They're
Yep.
all like an old style soft touch, like a nice straight pull stroke.
We have Tippy on the chat saying, "Hey, what's up, Tip?" Well, I got a hit on it, but
I
get
don't
left
know.
out Earl a shot.
Can you make? Is this a really tough shot? No, it's not. It's like a medium difficulty shot. Earl shot those a million times.
He might be going for a save here.
Nah.
He just NJ pool player jumping
Oh,
back in the
really?
box.
Yeah, he played
Oh,
safe.
really?
He played safe.
He overcooked it a little.
Well, he didn't shoot the same shot the first time. I didn't think he was going to shoot it the second time because he had the same shot prior
Similar.
to that.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah. He doesn't go for risky shots, right?
No.
George, on the other hand, will.
He will shoot anything.
No, but not necessarily. But he will shoot. You know, he likes to shoot, and he'll take more chances.
You know, it's a good shot. Rail first.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's playing the other way.
This
A good effect. Very good effect.
that'll work. And the center of the table works real nice because it's a lot harder to hit. Not kicking at it.
Speak for yourself, cowboy.
No, you can put mine in a pocket, and I'll put yours in the middle of the table, and we'll go from there. And
Next time we'll play.
he missed it.
We got Brian in the
But
chat.
again, you know what? They see. I see a lot of stuff that there is a really tough shot, right? And because the player is frustrated that he has to shoot that very tough shot in the middle of an
no.
important game,
George just hung the 7-ball.
they rush the shot. They don't give themselves extra chance to calculate the kick, and especially kick shots. This was unfortunate. I don't understand what is going on.
Well,
George plays on a tight diamond table, and
He just floated the ball and it hung in the pocket.
now Earl's got a kick at this. He's
I
a good favorite to make it.
I don't think you can blame the table for this.
He may have scratch.
No.
Yeah, shot like this, I don't know. I shoot a little faster, try to aim at the rail
Right,
rather
come off
than
the
the
rail.
ball,
Yep.
because the ball was a big ball. Yeah,
Watch your cue ball.
no, are you kidding me?
He
No,
let it
he's
go.
okay.
He
He's
just
okay.
let it wander down there
He's
instead of putting
frustrated.
it.
He's frustrated.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
tell by the
This-
movements and the shots he's taking.
Yep. George Rodriguez ties it up, 1-1.
It's gonna be. You're gonna see more of this, you know, from both sides.
Brian in the chat is asking if Earl Herring is a pastor, and he is.
Oh,
He is back
this
in,
is news to me, but
back
good to
in
know.
back in Maybrook, New York, which is where I live around. Because
Oh.
me and Earl play all the time at Gallery Billiards in Newburgh.
Newburgh.
Yes.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Well, I've seen Earl
Who
play.
runs it now?
that's
Same-
Dave
same-
Pinkston.
Okay.
Dave Pinkston.
Yeah, I've seen Earl play in some other events, and
Yep.
he plays. He's
Plays
got
good.
This is a good match right here.
73 years old and still going.
Yeah, that's what's so lovely about the game is
Absolutely.
you can be at this age and battle against
Oh, look at
younger
that
players.
kick. George gets a bet, and that's the one thing about I played George too. We actually played a few weeks ago at Gallery, or actually a couple
Yeah.
months ago. He gives me a lot of weight, but he beat me the first time, but I came out on top the second time.
Good.
But one thing about him is if this
He's a
keeps
bull.
happening, it's going to get to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's an emotional player.
Very
Absolutely.
emotional. So if Earl can get out here, it's going to
It's
add
still-
fuel to the fire.
It will add fuel to the fire. Very good point. But George is definitely a grinder.
Yes.
He stays in the game, even though he knows the emotions get to him. He'll settle it in.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it helps his game because he gets so
Right.
uptight about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do this again.
That's why he has his nickname. He is a pit bull. He is a pit bull for sure.
Is that 3 down below? He's going to have to get.
Yeah, the 3's below the 5. Yep.
That's a good shot there, right?
Good
now.
He
shot.
punched it out.
Good
Nice.
shot. Very nice. Yeah, me and Earl played a straight pool match. He was giving me a 100-10 race, and he made 2 balls, missed. I made 2 balls, and then he went 98 and out, and he told me good shooting.
He made the 2 balls real nice.
I did made the 2 balls very nice. So that's a, Earl's such a good, such a good guy.
Wow.
Good game. Good
Yeah,
shooting.
yeah, good shooting.
Kid.
Wow. So what would you give me?
Oh, me.
If you made 2 balls with Earl, you
Yeah, I
should
did.
give me at
I
least
did.
a 7.
I did. I did
Well, I was
make
going to
2
say,
balls.
Right,
he was giving you that weight. I might play you some even straight pull.
There you go. There you go.
Who, me?
No,
Him.
him.
Oh, even?
I need more
Oh,
weight
yeah,
from you.
yeah.
Oh man. Oh man.
Me, no, I don't play straight pull. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole
Well,
thing.
I'll
I still
play-
need more weight.
I'll
Listen
play
to-
somebody 100 to 10.
Anybody.
Anybody?
Not any, somebody.
I'll play anybody 100 to 10.
Earl Strickland?
Anybody.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kidding me?
Even
I don't care who you.
even Thurston.
I don't care who you're playing.
Even Thurston.
I don't care. Anybody in the world.
You must be good.
No, 100 to
You
10.
must be good.
I'll play you all day long.
You still have to make 90 points.
Oh. No, he has to make 100.
I mean, you
I
have-
go to 10.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well,
Do the math. I don't know. I like me.
I'll take a 10 from you.
Earl ran out that rack, guys. Now he takes a 2-1 lead, and
He
Has
plays
the
a
break.
very simple game. you
very
know?
simple,
Simple,
very
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 careful.
methodical. Absolutely.
He has a perfect straight pull stroke.
Yes.
Nothing big, no swings, no nothing.
And he's always practicing.
And his position is very nice. Something to learn from.
Absolutely. And he's a very nice guy. Very nice.
Man of God. As we all are.
So he plays there every day at.
He comes in the afternoons and he spars around with Dave or whoever's in there. He was in there obviously for this tournament because there's a couple of diamonds over there that you could practice on, and he was warming up for here.
Well, he put his hands up. I don't know what doesn't he like about this.
I don't know either.
Well,
I mean, getting on
he
the tree's
needs-
a little difficult, but
He has to
make the one.
go to the rail, hit the 7. If he hits
I think he
3, if he hits the 7,
I think he
Off
can
the-
squeeze the 3 in.
I can't say.
Well, he's got to
maybe-
get down to the rail for the 4.
Yeah, but then if he doesn't move the 7,
Let's see.
then
Let's see.
where is 5? How is he gonna get?
5's going to stay right there. He can make
Yeah,
the
but he's gonna hit the 7.
not first.
The 5 is down. The 4 is on
No,
the rail.
3 and then
4.
the
The 4
four,
up the table.
Yeah.
Either way, it was the next ball.
Yeah.
Right. So he needs to spin it to the
Just
right.
Needs to make it.
He's gonna hit the 7.
He's going to hit. So he's going to stop right there. All right,
Look
he
at
even
that
did better.
shot. Look at
He
that
did
shot.
exactly right. He hit it with a spin. He knew he was gonna hit the 7
That was
and
a great
spun
shot.
out of the rail. Perfect.
Right. He could have left it there also. Would have worked. It would have worked.
A lot harder though.
Oh, you're coming up for oxygen a lot more, but yeah, it'll work. Yeah, this was a from here. It's almost a gimme. That was a winner chicken dinner shot there.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Very nice. That's what Earl does. I mean,
No.
can't underestimate him.
Now, do you go back to the rail, 3 rails?
2 rails inside.
2 rails inside? Okay.
Right there. Yeah. He went 3.
Okay.
3,
Went right between them. Good
3,
shot.
3 works.
Good shot.
Well, he's a better player than me anyway. So.
Natural.
Everyone here is a better player. than
Natural.
him.
It's natural.
No, I'm saying he hit his
Yeah, he hit the natural shot.
his play is natural,
Yeah.
which is real nice, and it's indicative of straight pull players to play this type of 9-ball.
Right.
Not very simple. You're utilizing the correct English to pocket the balls. Like there, you use low left. You make the cue ball spin to that ball, and it just plays nice, you know.
Fewer rails.
Well, no, you can use all the rails, but it's just everything's
Oh,
natural. I already
He
put that up.
missed it.
jumped up on that a little bit. He does jump a
Yeah.
little bit on his shots, but
He has a little bit of the upswing
yes.
at the stroke, and that changes things. especially in straight shots.
That was a big rack right there. Things are tied now at 2 instead of Earl being up 3-1.
Remember I said they're gonna both make a little bit of errors.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's gonna equalize the game.
Yeah.
And you may see a hill match.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, especially if they sign the contract. We want hill matches on every stream table, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we've been lucky, right? Yesterday we had a few hill matches. Today,
Donnie's match was 9-0 against Kevin West.
but
But that was only
That's
one.
an aberration.
Every other one has been.
it's called an aberration.
Yeah.
That's how I like to play 9-ball like that. It's like
What's the difference between aberration and aberration?
a letter.
Kurt, you're the best. I love it. The letter.
We got some big matchups later on. 8 o'clock.
Oh.
Big matchups.
Is Jason playing Earl?
Yep.
At
Jason versus Earl.
Unstable, I
Re-
hope.
Rematch. Well,
I mean, anyone that's put
you're
on
the fourth person that looked at the board and went, "Wow, that'd be great to see."
Yeah.
So let's see how Mike Zuglin does the same.
Yeah, there's
It's all, it's all on him, of course.
Oh, if he puts him here,
Yeah, who he puts.
it makes sense. It makes it
makes
more
sense.
exciting.
Yes. It's always exciting seeing those two players.
I'll tell you what, though, the way Jason's shooting, I mean, he's just running through everybody. I mean, you got Donnie Mills versus Dennis Hatch. You got Shane versus Jeremy Saucy. So there's other matches that are going to be very entertaining.
That's going to be a little pitiful. Shane Saucy.
Saucy's beaten Shane before here.
Well, Jeremy plays awesome. This is his, he's very comfortable here. Any one of these players left here.
Well, after this round, right?
No, there's one more round after this.
After
the
another
6 o'clock.
elimination round,
Yes,
right?
yep. And
Okay.
then the winners come back at 8. Looks like George is going to take a 3-2 lead here.
Can you remind me, is this a true double elimination or
Yes.
they're going to do extended?
I believe it's a true double elimination, no?
It's a good question.
I just don't remember the format.
You're down to 2 questions. That's what Al tells me when I.
Oh, when I have asked one, you only have 3
It's
total?
2 left.
All right, it's an extended race in the final to 13.
Okay.
So it's not true double elimination.
There you go. Race to 9, winner break,
So I'm back to 3 questions.
double elimination. No, that was still, it was answered. There was a question. It was answered.
You did if you answer the question, it counts.
What's that?
Only if you answer the question, it counts.
Oh, I see. Hit George to the break. Utilizes a soft break, makes a ball, and you got a little bit of a mess down below.
He's got a shot on the one.
And he has a hit on the one.
It could be a nice tool. What do you call that?
A two-way shot?
No, tool.
Two real
That-
safe in back of these balls if he can manage the 8. No, he didn't get there. But
He didn't leave an easy shot.
It's definitely a mess in that upper corner.
Watch Earl come back with the cue ball right back into this mess.
yep, that's what George was trying to do, and I believe Earl may have a better chance at it because he has the top right side of the ball to.
But you know something? If you look at the angles, you can actually make the 9
You're gonna swing at
with
it.
the 2 rails.
Right.
But Earl doesn't. I think the Earl does this stuff. Does he play a good one pocket?
Early doesn't really play one pocket. He's more of the straight pool guy.
Okay.
Around from where we are, there's really not too much one pocket that goes on.
Not too many people. Period.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Especially around his skill level. I mean, that's what it is. It's
He
Yes.
should open a little school, teach
He gives-
juniors.
he gives lessons. Dave gives lessons up there, so they help out.
Pool halls should start engaging
Oh, wow,
different
look at that shot.
schools.
Is he going to get lucky here?
Yeah, he did. He is
Well, he made a
safe.
good hit. Nice
Made a
hit.
good hit.
I don't know how lucky he's going to be.
George has to kick at this one ball.
Yes. Yeah, and Alex mentioned bringing stuff into schools, and it's a great idea. It's just that you have to have a
Generate new generation of
not
players.
just that, but who's going to present it to each council to say this is a program we have in place, a proven concept. Someone's got to, manage that
Absolutely.
and put it as
Well,
like a college.
How do
like-
you see this? I mean, not even college, high school.
No, I'm saying, but that's how college professors
Right.
pitch their idea. Like, I want to teach these kids this. You have to do the same thing at a
Right, they got to
global-
present the curriculum.
Right.
What they want
There
to
you
do.
go.
And now, how do you see it? If you were to design a program,
Like an
how do-
after-school program.
yeah,
something
after
after
school,
school
like
that, you
2
know.
hours after school, 2 times a week,
Yeah, absolutely.
engage local high schools.
Get on that, would you?
I would do it, you know what? But I would have to do it in my room. I don't want to do it in somebody else's room.
It's another way to keep people out of trouble, too.
Absolutely.
I would do like
Kind of work for me.
the kids finish school at 3 o'clock, maybe 4 to 6, 2 hours. They get free pool. Free pool. Take like a
I think
dozen kids.
the devil's in the
10.
details, and I think if you can put something, a great program like that on paper,
I actually always wanted to have a place where you could teach and invite different pros. Whoever is in town for that day, tell them, look, here's, I don't know, how much you would give them, like a couple of $100, and say, okay, you have 10 kids, give them sessions today.
Oh,
look
nine
at
ball.
that shot.
Almost made it.
Oh, man, what a shot.
good kick.
What
And
a
that
shot.
was with purpose. He kicked that at the speed that he was trying to, kind of knew he was going to possibly be
I see
And
a
it-
nice safety.
in the area of that 9 ball.
Yep,
Now,
absolutely.
we'll get back to
Yeah, we'll talk
well,
about it later.
that
about
later,
the-
right? And we'll stay within the match. But it's
Yeah,
also an awesome idea. I think we all have a passion to see this sport grow
Right.
and to bring it to a younger generation because we love it so much,
Yeah.
and we hate to see it die. Basically, it should live on forever, and I think it will.
And pool should not be just a table or bar environment sport. It should go a little more like into cleaner world.
Well,
like
the problem with
clean-
that, though, is that they can't, the people who have the pool halls can't survive alone on table time. So that's why they need the bars in there to create revenue to
I
to survive.
understand, but let's say the bar is open only between like late hours.
Certain hours.
Like
That's
after
what they do.
8 p.m., after 7 p.m., and have younger people in the pool room early in the day.
It sounds like a great idea, and we're going to get back to the match. And what are
He has a shot on it too, right?
Yes, I want to see what anybody in the chat room thinks about that. Maybe come up with some ideas, and they can email Alex, and they can get a program maybe in the city somewhere, huh?
Yeah.
I think Tony
Yeah.
Robles is doing something similar to that.
Yeah, Tony does, but Tony is also very busy, and he does a lot of different things for pool, a lot of great things.
Nice shot.
That
Teaching,
shot.
starting new leagues, managing leagues, also playing in tournaments. He has his hands full. He has a new baby, a new wife, a new baby. I mean,
Oh,
he's
Cry me a river. Tell him to put another program together, would you? Hi, buddy. I know Tony for a couple of years. Al looking really nice here. Earl looking very nice here at the table. All his shots are nice and smooth and natural.
It's a good shot right there.
Nice and simple. Not trying to get fancy at all. And he gets to the spot he needs to be.
That's one thing he tells me back home is that you don't have to do a lot to make the ball do a lot. So
He told you?
Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
I've played Earl a few times. Whenever we're playing, he's telling me everything I'm doing wrong. So I appreciate that part of it.
That's a great
Do you
thing.
come home and cry after that?
No. I know my abilities. I know I'll never be really more than a C. Maybe I could get to a B
That's
one
a
day.
wrong way of looking
But
at it.
I
Everybody
started-
can improve. Everybody.
Have you seen me shoot?
Well, you're playing
I
top
did win.
players
I
in the
did win a
world.
rack here this tournament. I won 1 rack.
Yeah,
that
but
was my goal.
You play a lot of people,
Yes.
and one way or another, it's called osmosis, and it's not the guy from Florida who plays one pocket.
Right.
You can, after a while, if you just keep imitating players like Earl, like the big players that you play, just take notes.
I found that out watching them play. You learn a lot more
Yeah.
than actually playing.
Yeah, if you can emulate their style of mechanics,
Mechanics.
whether it's basic and the approach,
Patterns.
patterns
how
will
they
be
cueing,
even later, and
cueing.
the speed of their
Right.
tempo. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. This game, and then
There's no two players that play the same. There's no two players. They could be similar, but they're not the same.
right,
Which is a big difference.
Right.
There's a
The
question
same, like
on,
aberration and
a letter.
and a letter.
there's a couple people
Operation.
wondering about Shane on the chat, and he's playing Jeremy Saucy at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
you go to azbilliards.com, you can check with all the live scoring. It's right there up on the front page. It'll give you a link, and you can check out each match, every table, and Jerry Forsythe and company are
They do a really
working
good
hard.
job. They do a really good job.
this is probably one of the best pool-oriented sites in the world. Not just in the United States, in the world. Because I look at other websites in Europe, in Asia, I can tell one letter from another.
Chinese to me.
It's all Chinese to me.
But yeah, in the
I wish there was an
Oh, look
option
at that shot.
on
Hit the 2 and made the 7.
in
Nice.
the browser to go when you go to a website. You have an option to translate
They
the
have.
whole page.
Yeah.
The whole page.
the
only
letters.
if the website.
Right,
only
if they
the
set it up that way.
Yeah. Yes. Some
should
of
Look
What a
at
shot.
that.
What a shot!
Good shot, Earl. And good position on the 3 ball.
Back cut.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, and
He still has it.
He not only has it, he
It's the eyes. Can you see that well? To cut it so thin?
I'm telling you,
he kind of knows where to hit it.
He knows where the ball is going.
Right.
Ah, that's
You
the
don't need
secret.
the eagle eye to pinpoint and laser shoot it.
Oh,
You kind of know where it's going. He missed that one.
I don't know if he was worried about the leave on the 4, but after making that 2 ball, he had a nice shot, Shinzone, NSS.
He could have put him away there a little bit.
Well, George has a chance. Now what? Does he
George
shoot or
playing
play
safe.
safe?
Playing aside.
Yeah.
Look at this, though. The 6.
Well, that's the correct way of doing it. You can see it. You can see it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a gap there.
Maybe you can see
He
a
could
sliver.
he could spin around the 9,
He
though, I
could
think, off the rail.
Yeah,
come
he
up
won't.
for it.
He probably won't do that. He could come off the long rail on the right, and one rail kick it. It's a small ball.
Look, third diamond. Yep.
Look at that shot.
He's going to come out being pretty good, maybe, if it
Wow,
keeps going.
right behind
Look
9.
at that. Yeah, well,
We'll see.
George can see it, but he can't make it.
George has a good safe here.
Now, where is the cue ball gonna go?
Up behind the 8. You got to watch your speed.
Well, he's also in a funny position
Oh.
against the pocket.
I know.
Yeah.
It could be a scratch too.
This is no bargain, that's for sure.
He's gotta
Well,
hit.
that's one way to go about it. The second way is to,
Inside English
yeah,
and go 3 rails
Yeah.
behind 8.
yeah, that's probably a better shot. If you can manage to slide past that 5-3 right there.
But he's also, you know what he's looking at? To barely touch the 3
Right,
and
come to the short rail.
go to the short rail.
Right, that was my first. You know what? That was a good plan too.
You
Maybe,
still can see it.
He
And
might be-
maybe you can
make
make
it.
it. Yeah?
because if you can see it, you might as well shoot it. Just got to watch the cue ball. It's going right towards the 9 in the side pocket.
You can actually play the 9 bank into the of the 3. Billiard 9 bank. Oh, he
Hit it pretty good. I mean,
He
just
left-
missed it by a little
he
bit.
left the
He maybe
shot.
made it. Ooh,
left the shot. Well, now a little bit of finesse, proper position.
yeah. Here, George should be out. Just making sure you keep on the correct side of the balls and not put yourself in trouble.
If you can hit the 3 ball as full as possible and just slide it a couple of inches forward,
Well, he
he'll
could
be
also
perfect on the 4 ball.
He could play the 4 on the side also. The 4 goes in the side. If he
Yeah,
doesn't-
but-
I'm coming to the center of the table.
He listened to you.
See that?
You see, you're not as
I see
As
more than
bad
I
as
can
you-
do.
Not as bad as you think.
well, you're not as bad as you think. Exactly, Kurt. Yeah, maybe you need to give me 2 balls.
2 balls.
He's been watching. That's why. But we often, pool players, American pool players, often neglect to play that positioning to the side.
Right.
Whereas a lot of snooker players,
Snooker and the straight pool.
right, play a lot
Because
of
you
side
play
pockets.
this diagonal,
Right.
boom, going back and forth.
Right.
You're right. Well, you play a lot of straight pool in your life, right?
Yeah. That's how we all grew up.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I became a better player when I started playing straight pool because I started seeing the angles better.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I knew where I wanted to go in the pack to break them up, and every time I have a shot, I'll even, pretend there's a pack of balls there that I'm looking to break out.
I wish I had a good school in straight pool. I didn't really
No
have
one to
next
watch.
me. No, it's not that. Watching is much different. I'd rather play and learn with somebody who is much better than me, like really good quality straight pool player.
Like
That's what I would learn.
Pat Fleming, Jack Colavito,
Yeah,
Alan
Pat
Hopkins,
is
Steve
amazing,
Mizrak,
huh? Yeah.
those kind of guys.
Oh, I didn't realize. You know who played with Steve? You know Rocco Balducci comes here, the Russian guy,
Right.
right? He said that when he was younger, he played with all those players between in New Jersey and in Chelsea. He played with,
Monsters.
yeah. You remember him from that time?
Well, I remember that time, that's for sure. It was good times.
Yeah. I played him out in his house, and he's okay.
And we
He
have
can
a,
hold his own.
as you said before, Alex, you predicted the kind of a tug of war match until they get to. It's going to be possibly come down to one kind of 2 mistakes
Yeah,
at
because
the end of the battle.
even though Earl is playing a solid thing, but George just manages to
Muscle
scratch
through.
out.
Right.
You see, he's 1 ahead.
And it doesn't seem like it.
Earl should have been 2 ahead
Right.
Yeah,
at this point because of the
Earl's
2
made a couple more
mistakes.
mistakes.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you make mistakes, you should see your opponent score reflect on that.
Yeah.
When you don't punish them, then you might as well just
Look at that shot.
Take your-
Nice shot.
take your cue and snap it in half and, break it down and put it away.
Yeah. It's an interesting position. He's gonna play it safety, no?
You can play the 3 inside and play the 9 at the same time.
It's a 4.
Or
Oh,
4.
wow.
But yeah, I thought in the spirit of his style,
Yeah, he was going to
he
do
would
something
play
else. Right.
safe and put the cue ball somewhere near the 8 ball,
Right, right.
behind the 7.
That's how he seems to move.
I think George is
George
feeling.
is loving this.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
George is feeling that since Earl is making mistakes, his confidence goes up.
Absolutely.
It's such a emotional and psychological seesaw,
This game, yeah.
right? You could be playing very bad. All of a sudden, your opponent makes a couple of mistakes. You say, "Oh, I still have a chance."
Absolutely.
All of a sudden, the game changes. You start playing much better and pull out some.
That's what the main thing about, especially 9 ball, is just control of the environment. If you can control the environment and,
Very good point.
and your emotions, if you can stay stoic and just non-emotional.
Deal with which ball in each game
That's,
individually.
yeah, and at a level, a nice easy pace. Because if you stay like that, you don't let the emotions get to you or the pressure.
Yeah.
It helps somewhat. It's easy to say, but hard to do.
But
the more you practice-
you're watching now two completely different styles of play.
Yes.
Okay, and they manage to stay close to each other. It's like George is definitely a shooter.
Yeah, George is aggressive 9-ball player. With that being said, Jorge Rodriguez from Gotham City Billiards up 5-3 against the Earl Herring from
Gallery billiards.
Gallery Billiards.
Yeah.
And we are here at the Turning Stone Casino.
I remember we were only once in my life. I was at Newburgh at the gallery.
Yeah, you came to Gallery?
Yeah, only
I'll tell
once
you,
in my life, many years ago.
The equipment there is top notch. Dave keeps all his stuff very good.
Speaking of Rocco, we were just talking about you.
No, he was talking about you.
Who? He?
I tell you, the first time I played George over there, he came to my room and he didn't miss a ball.
Yeah.
Everything center pocket. He played great.
Oh,
Of
George.
course, I
Oh,
get,
yeah. Oh,
you know,
you
I was getting the 5 out and 10 ball in 8 games on 20.
Can you remind me what
Wow.
tables do you have at the?
There's Brunswicks. There's
Right.
let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 Brunswicks, 2 diamonds, and then there's 2 diamond bar boxes.
Did you play him on diamond
No, I played him on a Brunswick.
with the regular size pockets?
Yep. Yep.
Forget
Big
it.
mistake.
He could have given you.
Listen. The
He could have
second time,
given you.
but the second time I won.
Yeah.
I
Well,
won
what
2
happened?
out of 3 sets.
How did that happen?
I played better,
Oh.
but he gets all the breaks, so he's always at the table first. So this, you know, he wants to play again soon, but I like the feeling of being up a set from the last time.
The fact that even you with George a set with a big weight, you have to give me at least 7-8. Seriously.
As a player, I don't like manipulating the game that much to get a game.
To
It
change.
changes the game. You want to play? I'll play you even.
Right.
Yeah, but that's because you know you can beat me, even.
No, because I just want to play the game
Do you want to?
as a whole.
I like that thinking as well. I want to see where I am exactly based on the
Numbers.
even game.
On numbers.
Yeah.
Right. There's ways to
if
do
I
it.
if I lose, where am I? Do I lose
Yeah.
to you by 3 or do I lose to you by 5?
Well, yeah, over the long run, you can just utilize your percentages on making balls, kicking balls. It all comes down to that.
George looks like he's going to
And
get
then-
out here with everything where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. He just brought the ship. He kind of bringing the ship upright, and once he starts rolling, George starts rolling like this, it's gonna be hard to stop.
Yeah, he can look. He's been known to do 2-3 racks in a row easily, like a break and run. It's all about confidence.
Yeah, it's a funny game, and we keep going over the same type of conversation about the game, and I think it's what enthralls us about the game. You know, it's has so many facets besides the hand-eye coordination of shooting a ball in, and then you have the game itself.
And every day is different.
Every day
you
is
wake
different.
up, it's a different.
You're
You're
because it's
playing different.
because
every
it's
day.
know why? Because it's a feel game too.
Yep.
You really have to feel. You can get as mechanical, and you know, you have all your steps in the right spot, but you're still human, and
It's
Yeah,
George
George
Rodriguez.
is
it's
starting to
an
feel
environmental game.
it now. Starting to feel it now.
Yeah.
Up 6-3.
At this point, let's say, this was one of his most confident racks that he ran
Absolutely.
in the whole match.
Absolutely.
So this could be like the blood in the water kind of moment.
Yeah. And he's definitely that type of player.
Might be looking pretty good if that 8 ball stays out of it, minds its own business.
Look, 4 and a 3 almost made it in the pocket.
No,
See?
That's
yeah,
the
let's,
definition of
They
hangers
both
right there.
hit the points.
let's see how George manages this one. I think you
Has
kinda
a good
just make
potential.
it.
Yeah.
Is it 2 down below here?
Yep.
Not,
It's
is
next
that
to
a
the
2?
9. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Near the 9,
okay.
yep. He can make the 3 from anywhere, so he just has to make it.
Well, you want to, yeah, because the 4's hanging too, right?
Nice shot. Yeah, he's starting to free stroke now.
Let the shooting begin.
Yep.
He's giving it its due respect also. Although you say he can get anywhere to get on the next ball because they're in the pockets. I mentioned this before. You tend to want to get the side pockets are a little different, but the corner pockets, you tend to want to try and get as good on that ball as possible if the ball's in the pocket.
Yeah.
Try and get
to
close.
Give yourself a chance, a
To-
better chance.
A better chance to get on the next ball because coming off the rail, for me at least, when a ball's deep in the pocket, to come off either follow or the ball's in the pocket, it's a difficult shot. So the closer you are, the easier it becomes.
And you actually have to look at where you want to hit, which point on the ball to hit in order to get to the point on the rail.
Well, George wiped its feet, 5-ball wiped its feet on that one a little bit, but he utilized the correct speed.
I never heard this expression before.
What one was that?
Wiping the feet. Where did that come from?
Old school, I guess. It's been around for a while.
You see, I didn't start playing like 9-ball, 10-ball until when was it? 2005, 2006.
George got perfect on
I
the
think
9-ball.
Anybody in the chat say I needed to refresh I think I just caught up with the score on I had it in, but I didn't refresh it. So that was going to give George Rodriguez a 7-3 lead, I
7-3
believe.
lead.
We'll be right back.
Who is Ernie Bush.
It's right. I can see it here. It's right.
Well, Earl's dug himself a hole here. This is almost a must-win rack for him. But actually, Earl's couple of previous matches, he was down big and came back.
3 balls on the break.
That's a nice break right there.
4 balls on the break. No, 3
Just
balls
three,
on the
three
break.
on the break. Yeah, it looks like I think he's going to go for the 2-9 here. Going to carry him right off that 2 ball. Put the
Where's
9
the
in.
3? Three's down below?
The 3's on the rail right now.
Oh, so you make the 2, you come down. You don't. I
He
don't
doesn't. You don't need to go to
You don't.
9.
Wow.
tried to bank it. That wasn't
Look
a
at
bad
that
shot
cue
'cause he had
ball.
a big, pretty big side pocket. He took a wing at it being up 7-3, I think. That's what happened with that one.
I'm
He
surprised.
was feeling good.
I'm surprised he
Yeah,
didn't go for
yeah.
the carom, being he was up 7-3.
Yeah, that might not have been a bad shot. After, in retrospect, you're
Right.
looking at what he did. He put the heat on Earl.
Earl might get lucky here.
No, he's not lucky because he's in the seat.
Yeah, he's
Made a mess there a little bit.
Oh, that's the 5 ball.
Yeah.
That's not the 3. The 3
Yep.
went down. So he's now stuck behind the 8.
Then he played it all wrong with the speed and angles. He should never have touched the 8 ball at all.
Yeah, been nowhere near it.
Look at
And
this.
He may have made it 8. Oh,
This is a safety shot here.
Oh, come
Look at
on.
that.
That's not fair. That's not fair to Earl.
no, George gives
Yeah,
him.
apologized.
Gives him. And Earl's like, that's the way 9 ball is, and I
He's
totally respect that.
He's probably going to kick at it 2 rails.
George doesn't have to, like, oh, I got lucky. Yeah, you don't have to tell me you got lucky, too, after just getting lucky.
You know what's a good shot? To go a long way into the upper right corner, 2 rails,
Yep.
into the 4. It's a very tough shot going one. It's going to be 1 rail kick. It's tough because 5 ball is there.
2 rails is the easiest shot, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
no
you
good.
might not make it because you're going to be a little scared and play it a little long, but that's okay. Just so you can make this, though.
Good shot.
A great shot. Great shot. You see, I noticed that a lot of straight pool players don't do 2 rail kicks.
It's because they don't play billiards or 9 ball.
Oh,
Good
he,
speed.
he deserved that one.
What?
He deserved that
Yeah,
one.
it's good speed. Let's not get tripped up.
Well, he
in
tried
this.
to keep the 4 ball in front of the pocket.
Both
for the- for-
both players right now looking like they need a mid. You know, this is like the mid game it seems right now, and they need a kind of stand up
break.
and a little break. Yeah, like a reset button. Let's not start making mistakes.
This was a huge rack for Earl. 7-4, George. Tell you, him kicking the 1 rail kick on that 4 ball also separated the 6 from the 9, so that was a big shot.
Oh boy.
Notice George Rodriguez's shirt that he has on Gotham City. We're going to be at that location, I believe, relatively soon. And they also have all diamond tables, aramith balls.
So there are
And it
16 matches going on, right? If anybody wants to see other scores, they're on easybilliards.com. 16 matches, right? No. How many? 12?
There's 8 matches, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry, 16 players. Excuse me, my math was very bad this morning. All day.
I don't know.
Can't count to 9 or anything.
There's 8 matches going on.
His match is 16 players.
You're stepping out of your realm. You're trying to take his thunder away,
Just
or what?
trying.
George
Thunder.
George is going. George has
Yeah,
got a nice run.
Al
out
is
here
the, what do you call it, the
Master
local
son.
mechanic, local mathematician.
Bring out the local mathematician. All right, George is looking pretty good here. He's in the lead, nice and relaxed at this point. He's got to feel like he was feeling before. He was starting to. You could see he was starting to free stroke a little bit. After making a couple balls here, he already got himself into
A pickle.
Yes.
a wee bit of a pickle. What do you do here? Does this pass the 8?
I don't
think
see
it
any
do-
pockets.
I think it does. I think you can
What
make the
camera
6.
is that there? One.
What?
I think it can make the 4. into
Which
the 6.
screen are you looking at? That way, maybe.
It looked like it went past.
Oh, okay.
All right, he's still got a little
Listen,
work.
I know I'm blind.
He still has a little work to do here. Just he's going to spin this 5 ball in. Make sure you clear the 8.
Play 2 balls at the same time, just in case. But not hard, and catch the rail.
Oh, the 6. I didn't even see the 6. It was so deep.
Yeah.
I was saying clear the 8 for the 7 up top.
If they had the green tablecloth, a lot of times I lose 6 ball on the table.
Right. Yeah.
And then go right for the next ball, and they say, what about the 6? So people can give me any weight.
It looks, I'm going to go out on a limb and say George is going to be on the hill.
You are correct, sir.
George on the hill, and with George breaking right now with a lead of 8-4. Odds are probably he's like a coin flip to break and run out. Yeah, it's going to make it worse.
Vodka. It's not for just for cooking anymore.
You okay there, Mr. Brokovich?
I'm fine. I was just had a little dry throat, and I didn't want to cough right into the mic.
Fans
this
appreciate
knife.
that.
Nine going? Oh,
No,
oh
it's
my
going to
God.
hang. It's going to hang for.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this
No
mess.
ball, right?
No ball and a mess.
That's
I
nice.
think Earl can make the 6 ball here on a kiss,
Yep.
hopefully leaving it on the rail, and to clear the pocket for the 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, since you got a mess like this, is the advantage goes to the straight pool player that's used to picking the pack apart and getting in and out of jams.
No, you can do here too, is if he can clear hit the 1 and clear the 6, play the cue ball and a safe at the same time, play the 1 up towards the Brunswick, and bring the cue ball by the 9, where it possibly can knock it in 9.
Yeah.
Might as well just go for the 9 ball. 2-way shot.
Yeah. It's only if you can clear that 6. If not, I say you make the 6.
If you can't clear the 6, and the 6 looks a little low, but if the 1 doesn't go and you can clear the 6 with the cue ball, you can cut the 1 towards the 5 ball and bring the cue ball into the 9 like a 2-way shot. 2-rail the 1 ball towards his cushion. He's drawing into the 9 ball here. No, he's not. It went right in the pocket.
Went right in.
Boy.
Look at that.
It's the angle, Al. It's the angle.
Yeah, I didn't realize you could make it.
Can somebody in the chat please moderate Tippy the third? or tippy third. Away from the keyboard. I'm actually sitting in right field. Now let's see what Earl decides to do here.
This is a mess.
He's gonna play a little safety.
Oh, nice
Made
shot.
the 8. You see,
Nice
things
shot.
like that is straight pool players pick off. Now what?
You
No,
think you can play a combination?
No, you play safe here.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong shot.
You think he can get behind the 5-ball down table?
No, you
Well, I wouldn't play with the cue ball. I'd keep that 2 balls far away from that 9. My opponent's on the hill. I don't want to leave nothing dead.
yeah, that's good.
That's what he did.
Good, nice
Good,
shot
that's a
there.
good shot. That's a good
5
shot.
balls blocking that pocket. But George is happy to be at the table.
George is happy he's got the
You play
8-4
safe here.
lead.
Play safe here. Bring the cue ball back right to the same area, but you're leaving the 2 ball up on the top rail. Just gotta watch your kiss. I think there's a kiss there. You hit it too thin. He didn't hit it. He hit it thick. I don't think he may have gotten away with it.
Yeah, he did.
No, not really. I think Earl's going to make this and get out.
Nice shot, Earl.
Watch this magical shot.
He's gonna go for the 4-9 here. Huh? Play the carom.
You can play the, play, that's not good. He just sold the farm.
Yeah, look at the 4-9 there. George might be able to play the carom off the 4-9. Or if the 4 goes, George will run.
Yeah.
He'll run them out.
Earl had to try that shot.
Yeah, he gave a gallant effort. He made some really nice shots and showcased himself very nicely. He has a beautiful stroke.
Is he playing the carom?
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Well, folks, that's the round of 4 o'clock. Next round will be at 6. I'll come back and give you an update. I want to thank NJ Pool Player at the helm, working all the controls as Upstate's just taking a little breather. Pancake showing himself, and our main man from the KGB, Alex Brokovich, for sitting in on this one.
Thanks,
And we'll be right back, folks. Thank you, everybody.